Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I want to talk about three-man militia, and more exact, I want to talk to the older and the wiser ones among us. And the reason why I say it in two different things, older is the older ones, wiser is the ones that have not only have done things with their life, but they've had their minds open where they have learned. And and the reason why I say it like that, I'm shocked how many people have gone through life and they really haven't learned anything. They just do what they're told. But somewhere down the line, people learn to start thinking on their own. And when that happens, wisdom is one of the things that comes with it. And it's funny because this last time I was in the States, I just started teaching close quarters combat. And I never did it before because there's a lot of commitment, personal commitment that you have to do to be good at in close quarter combat. But if you have no desire to learn, then you don't care. The problem is when the time comes and you're going to need to, then you'll realize why you need to know it. And then where are you going to get this knowledge? And it's funny because most of the time people will go to martial arts people, military people, law enforcement people, because they're into violence of some degree. So people put violence and close quarters combat together, and in my world it's not. And when you realize what it is I do, you realize it doesn't have anything to do with any of the above. And but I've been teaching older people, older men, how to do close quarter combat, either armed or unarmed. And it's not that they're good at it, but at least they are aware of what it really is. Like I say, few people have had really true experience with close quarter combat. Most have trained in it, but few have really got their hands dirty. And but this is what I teach the older people. But they have skills of their own that they need to open up and share with others. It's the same thing. If you got two of your younger people and you want to know something, and you know this person was, a paramedic. You knew he was. And you too want to start a first aid militia. The first place you should go is to this paramedic and ask him, say, you want to come join us in our first aid militia? And he will give you suggestions on what you need to do to learn different things, and what kind of equipment you're going to be needing, and where to go to get experience, and all kinds of stuff. Why? Because he knows about it. He's got something to share. It doesn't make any difference, if this guy's, old now and he's not doing it anymore. He still has the knowledge. And I know one of the things talking about the first aid thing is, well, in my community, my local community, the junior college provided first responders classes. In other words, after an accident or something like that, when you come up to it, what to look for and how to respond to it. And you can take these classes, and you don't need to be a paramedic or a doctor or any of these other things. You can just take the classes. Now, I don't remember if they charged for them or not. But if they did, seeing it was going through the junior college, it was a minimum price. I don't remember also if they offered them other places. I know they had CPR classes, and they have a lot of classes. Even as much as I dislike the Red Cross would put on different classes to learn different things, and many times they were cheap, if not free. And so there's many things you can learn by putting together a three-man militia. It can go in any kind of direction. And the young people, don't be scared to ask the old people. And like I say, the old people might be in there just long enough to get y'all started or get y'all going the right direction or something. It doesn't make any difference. You need the experience to help get you going. And the old people, you need to be proud. Be proud of your accomplishments. Like I say, I never told anybody the kind of stuff I did. I never did. My wife had the stroke, and she was messed up really bad, and I couldn't leave her side. And at that time, she told me to start telling people what it is I do. Up until then, I really didn't tell people what I did. And it wasn't so much that I was ashamed of it, but like I say, I wasn't done. I was still doing things. And I've learned when people underestimate me, I'm able to get more things done, even when the odds are completely against me, such as training SWAT teams. What your chances are of training SWAT teams? You know, and when I was younger, I thought about, well, when I came back from Vietnam, I tried starting my own SWAT team. That tells you how I was looking at impossible odds right there, even at that age. But I say, and then I got into oil wells. Who would ever think I would own oil wells? You know, especially when I didn't have any money. You know, so how do you own oil wells if you don't have any money? So I've always been at a disadvantage. I've always had the odds against me, but I was still able to get accomplishments done. And that's what you, as older people, need to realize. You have accomplishments. You need to share that experience with the younger people. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm sure it's some kind of a useful skills that you have to share. Think about that. The young people need us. And if they don't realize it now, they will shortly. This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.